So here we're given that the closing price on the second day of the last month was $10. And what we're going to do is to find out what the possible range of values for the price of the stock was on the first day. So if I call that P, and they tell us that the maximum difference that you can have, the percent change you can have from a day, from the first day to any of the days in the month is 50% or less. 50% or less. So if I call this P, if the price increased from P to 10, in this case, the change would be 10 minus P over the original times 100, and that has to be less than 50. So this is the case of an increase. And if I simplify this, divide both sides by 100, so that's going to be 2, and I cross multiply 20 minus 2, P is less than P, I'm going to get a price of 20 over 3, or in this case, 6 2/3 dollars. So as long as that's 6 2/3 or higher, of course, has to be less than 10. So any value between 6 2/3 and 10, that would be an increase of 50% or less. The other would be that it's a decrease. So in this case, it's P minus 10. It just gives me two different values. Again, the original is P, and again, it has to be less than 50. It becomes half when I divide it by 100. So in this case, it's 2P minus 20, and I get P is less than 20. So again, so the possible values are greater than 6 2/3, less than 20. So that's for the first day. My values in dollar terms could be between 6 2/3 and 20. I need to know what are my possibilities for the last day of the month. And again, this condition still applies. That has to be less than 50% from this initial value. So I can look at these two extremes. If it's 20, because it can't be 20 exactly, but it can be 19.999. So if it's a 50% increment, it can go up to $30. If it's a 50% less, half of that would be 10, so it would be 10. So any number between 10 and 30 is going to work. So that eliminates, if you look at the answer choices, C, D, and E. Now I have to look at if the starting point price was 6 2/3, or I should say a little bit more than 6 2/3. So here, 50% more, so this is really 20 over third. 50% more would be 1.5 times, so that's going to be $10. So I can go up to $10, which eliminates $9. And if it's 50% less, it would be half of that. 50% less would mean half of that, which is 10 over 3, or I can go down to $3.33. So I can't really get to 3. So essentially, 3 is the answer. We can't get to 3. I mean, you can also play with the answer choices. That's also an option. But I wanted to present it in a more general way that a 50%, you have a range of 50% decrease or increase from the first day, and that gives you a range of possible values of the price. And then from that, you can again calculate the range of possible values for the last day of month. So, but the answer is choice A.